but black decides to play rook g8, preparing the idea of g5. And we can see that black's plans are pretty artificial, which means something's gone seriously wrong in the opening. But nevertheless, g5 is a threat, so how does Moulthun deal with this? Well, he just makes a way for the bishop to escape. Simple move. Gain space. The bishop's got access to f2 now. Can move away. And black decides to play g7. Another preparatory move. Okay, I don't quite understand why I didn't play g5 straight away, but this looks very passive g7. Very ugly move. Don't quite understand it myself. It's just way too defensive. White brings their knight in. Here comes another piece joining the attack. Alright, so now White's got two bishops and a knight out now. Whereas compare the two bishops and a knight for White. Aggressive, aggressive, aggressive. Let's look at the black ones. Passive, defensive, hasn't even done anything. Here comes the attack g5. Intermezzo. What a move. Okay, if g takes h4, White's just going to play e takes d7, winning a piece. So, bring the piece back that way. So, looks like it's pretty good position for black now. For White, sorry, for White now after f takes e6, and this is a great intermezzo. It opens up lines in the center. The king's definitely weak now. You're not worried about them taking your dark squared bishop, and you're basically saying to black, look, you know, my attack's going through. What are you going to do about it? So black decides they're going to do something about it. What would happen if they took the e6 pawn is interesting. Turns out they just lose the pawn by force here, and then just retreat the bishop and extra pawn up. Good position. So black decides, alright, I'm going to take it with the bishop. Interestingly, White just swaps, because h5 was always on pre, and now these white squares, this diagonal's been completely ruined. With the king stuck in the center, this is very bad for black. Okay, I thought black might have swapped queens here or something like that, but it turns out black decided to run up with their king. I would have been tempted to just put the queen in front if it was me, but anyway, I suppose you're dropping the g pawn if you do that. So the king's in the center, and now White decides to save their bishop, and Moulthun puts it on the aggressive square g3, which is aiming towards d6 and pinning the queen on c7, which stops d5 dead in its tracks. Black plays a5. This is a really bad move, I think. It just doesn't have enough urgency in it. a5 is the sort of move that you play when your king's safe, not when your king's stuck in the middle of the board with pieces swarming down on it. And I think black underestimated the danger here, because Moulthun's next move is just a fantastic move. Knight c4. And you can see the engine's already saying that this position is totally busted anyway. It's just, once it gets over 3, the game's finished. And in a few more moves normally. So knight d6, what does it do? Well, it combines with the bishop, and with the bishop we're attacking the d6 square. And this is the problem black has, because if that bishop gets to d6, that's a fork on the king and queen. So black has to do something about that. e5 may be possible. It looks pretty ugly, but it seems to be a move the computer wants to play. The move that was played in the game, however, was rook a6. Looks like it's holding. I mean, if bishop takes, rook takes, knight takes, queen takes, 2 pieces for pawn and rook, you'd be happy with that with black, considering where your king's been. But Moulthun has another move, which is just a really good way of showing how weak the black position is. And this move, I think, is a quality, classy move. Very instructive. e5. White adds another attacker on the d6 square. The bishop and the pawn form a battery. And how is black going to defend this square? Well, black decides they're going to play d5. By the way, for any novices out there, the move that black, white e5 is another really strong move. If they take, bishop takes e5, hits the queen and the rook. So that wins at least the exchange, as we say, or at least a rook for a bishop. So that fork's pretty dangerous. In the game, black tried d5 just to hold their position, but now the game was finished after Moulthun Lee's next move, which was knight d6, and this is a really classy move. The knight combines with the queen on the a8 square to threaten mate. There's not a lot black can do about it, and it's just really game over. This position's just finished. Maybe black shouldn't resign. I mean, maybe they should plan a little bit more. Let's see, if they played rook a8, at least stopping the threat. Computer says try something like a takes b4, and if you can't take with the a pawn, it's no good. Got to take with the c pawn, but you can see that the white piece is just swarming into the position. Anyway, that was a pretty good game for Moulthun Lee, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to be back next week and tomorrow night and bring you a round 3 game. This is 5 Go 7. Good night, everyone.